Would you like to learn how to multiply your money simply investing in cryptocurrency assets like XRP, Cardano, and even Bitcoin? Well, on this channel, we ended up buying all of those assets at 5 times lower valuations. And in today's video, we're gonna be diving into the hot topic, the cryptocurrency strategic reserve, and specifically targeting the 3 major crypto players in the space right now: XRP, Cardano's ADA token, and Bitcoin. You're gonna learn what the strategy behind the reserves is going to be, how these cryptocurrencies are positioning themselves for the future, and everything else that you need to know about these altcoins. So if you're ready to learn, I'm ready to teach. Smash up that like button and let's get started. Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Joe. If you like money and if you like crypto, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell to be notified when we publish new videos. They are very time sensitive and you're not going to want to miss out. Also, please understand that everything I say in this video is not financial advice. These videos are for educational and inspirational purposes only. And full disclosure, we do hold the cryptocurrencies that will be discussed in today's video. And if this video gets to 10,000 likes, I'll do a massive special giveaway for our community. So let's smash up that like button and let's get started. Now, before we get started with this video and deep dive into the specifics of ADA, Bitcoin, and XRP, let's talk about what we mean by crypto strategic reserve. Now, a strategic reserve in the crypto space refers to a stockpile of certain cryptocurrencies that's held for long-term purposes, be it for security, future expansion, or just to stabilize the market during volatile times. An example of this is how countries hold gold reserves to back their currencies. But in the case of crypto, the reserve serves different strategic needs. For example, Bitcoin strategic reserve have become a key element for institutional investors. Bitcoin is widely viewed as quote-unquote a digital gold, and its reserves help back its narrative. Now, XRP, on the other hand, is often viewed as a bridge currency, helping to facilitate cross-border transactions. And then there's Cardano's ADA token, which has been gaining a lot of attention with its focus on sustainable blockchain development. Now, each of these cryptocurrencies has its own approach to quote-unquote reserves. So let's break this down even further. First, let's talk about XRP. Now, this token has been around all the way since 2012, and it's developed quite a reputation in the crypto world, especially when it comes to facilitating fast and cheap cross-border transactions. XRP's strategic reserve is unique in that much of its supply is controlled already by Ripple Labs, the company behind the coin. Now, some may view this as a good and a bad thing, and that's because with Ripple holding a significant portion of the XRP tokens in total escrow, they have more control over the project itself. In fact, Ripple had about 55 billion tokens in escrow at one point, with the ability to release up to 1 billion XRP every single month. This setup was designed to reduce the risk of inflation and to ensure that the market isn't flooded with new coins that could affect the value. Ultimately, it's all about supply and demand. And as we saw with XRP, when we first bought it and ended up making our first video saying that we bought XRP tokens, we ended up buying them at 50 cents. The reason why we did this is because looking at multiple different factors like technicals, the charts, fundamentals, as well as the SEC case, this gave us multiple signals to know when to actually purchase this asset and to hold on for the long run. Today, XRP is trading above $2, making it a more than 4.2 times on our investment so far. So congratulations if you've been here on the channel. And if you want to know even more cryptocurrencies I'm buying and selling in real time and have access to my VIP portfolios, just simply click the links down below in the description to join us in VIP, and I'll see you there. But right now you can see that there's a lot of questions about who is going to be holding the reserves. Well, it's all about stability. Having control over the release of XRP onto the market, Ripple can help manage price volatility. The company also aims to use its reserves to incentivize partners in the financial sector and to adopt XRP as a means for efficient money transfers. XRP is positioned to become a bridge between different fiat currencies as well. Ripple's strategic reserve ensures that they can scale this solution and make XRP more appealing to institutions looking for a quicker and cheaper alternative to traditional banking systems. So XRP's reserve is really much more about sustainability and not having these wild price swings. They're also about building long-term partnerships in the global financial system. Now, next, let's talk about Cardano, their ADA token, and their strategic reserve strategy. Now, ADA is the native token to the Cardano blockchain, and Cardano is a project that's gained a lot of attention for its scientific approach to blockchain development. The team is focused on sustainability and scalability, and their reserve strategy reflects that. Cardano's strategic reserve revolves around its staking system. Unlike Bitcoin, which relies on mining, Cardano uses a proof-of-stake system called Ouroboros. Now, this allows ADA holders to earn rewards by staking their tokens, and it also helps secure the network. But here's how their strategic reserve actually comes into play. If you look at ADA, its token itself, and how it's used for governance and long-term development, these are things that investors are looking for, especially long-term, and they also like to earn yield as they are staking their tokens. Now, Cardano also has a treasury system in place. This is where a portion of all transaction fees go to a reserve fund, and this fund is used to finance new projects on the Cardano blockchain and help sustain the ecosystem. Now, 2 years ago, we went to the Cardano Summit in Dubai, and I was very impressed by the conference. The food was fantastic, the meetings were fantastic, and to see all the projects coming together was something I had not seen in a lot of other projects. And this gave me the confidence then to make a video sharing with you, and I even posted on Instagram that we ended up buying Cardano, the ADA token, around 28 cents. Today, the token is trading anywhere between 75 cents and $1, which netted us over a 4x at the time of this recording. So congratulations again if you've been here on the channel, and congratulations if you've been in my VIP, because we also ended up buying the ADA token. Now, another cool thing about Cardano and the ADA token is that they have a treasury system in place where a portion of all the transaction fees go into the reserve fund, meaning in a way, Cardano's reserves aren't just for short-term stability, they're also designed to fuel the future growth of the ecosystem. As the Cardano ecosystem expands, having a robust reserve helps fund new initiatives, from decentralized finance applications to partnerships with academic institutions and much more. Cardano's reserve strategy is all about creating a sustainable, self-funding ecosystem for many years to come. And that long-term vision is what really sets Cardano apart. By having a reserve dedicated to grow and develop, it's positioned itself as a blockchain that will continue to evolve and thrive. And with Charles Hoskinson showing us that he is truly in this for the long run and building even in the bull and the bear markets, Cardano has positioned itself as one of the top cryptocurrencies and one to definitely keep your eye on here, especially since major news has continued to keep coming here in 2025 and beyond. Now, finally, let's talk about the OG Bitcoin and its strategic reserve. Now, Bitcoin's strategic reserve is a little bit different from XRP and ADA's. For starters, Bitcoin's reserve strategy doesn't involve a centralized entity holding the coins. Instead, it's more of a broader market and institutional investors accumulating Bitcoin as a store of value. As of today, large institutional players like Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, Tesla, and even Grayscale hold billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin in their reserves. This has created a situation where Bitcoin is increasingly viewed as a hedge against inflation, as well as being an alternative asset class similar to gold. Now, what makes Bitcoin strategic reserve so interesting is that it's driven by demand from both institution and retail buyers. As more companies and financial institutions add Bitcoin to their balance sheets, the total supply of Bitcoin becomes even more scarce, given the fact that there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever in existence. The truth of the matter is, Bitcoin keeps flying off the shelves. If you look at the chart since its inception, Bitcoin has gone up and to the right basically from the very beginning. And this scarcity is one of the main reasons why Bitcoin has become the go-to crypto for those looking to store wealth long term. Bitcoin's strategic reserve is all about maintaining its value as a deflationary asset while continuing to grow its adoption across industries. So with Bitcoin, the strategy is very simple. You just buy and hold and you never sell. This is what Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy have been doing, and they hold over 2% of the total supply of Bitcoin at the time of this recording. Control the supply, create scarcity, and let the market drive demand. That's why it's called digital gold. Now, as a bonus, I want to share with you some breaking news about another cryptocurrency asset, the Cronos token, as well as Crypto.com's major partnership. Trump Media and Technology Corp announces its intention to partner with Crypto.com to launch ETFs. The ETFs made available through Crypto.com's broker-dealer are then expected to compromise digital assets as well as securities with a Made in America focus, spanning diverse industries such as energy. Crypto.com also will support backend technologies, provide custody, and supply cryptocurrencies for the ETFs, which are anticipated to include a unique ETF basket of cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Cronos, and other crypto assets. Planned to launch later this year and subject to agreement and regulatory approval, the funds are expected to be widely available internationally, including the United States, Europe, Asia, and across existing platforms and brokerages. Now, Chris Marzalek, the co-founder and CEO of Crypto.com, said that we are proud to partner with Truth Social's DJT and Yorkville, America, and to support the launch of these new ETFs, including the first of its kind basket of tokens, including the CRO token. Recently, we've seen some very nice price action out of the CRO token because of this news. And I believe more ETFs for Cardano's ADA token and maybe even the XRP token are in line for what's going to happen this year. So there you have it. XRP, ADA, and Bitcoin, as well as the Cronos token, CRO, have their very own unique approaches, especially to a strategic reserve. Whether it's XRP's institutional adoption, Cardano's long-term growth strategy, or Bitcoin's role as quote-unquote digital gold, these cryptocurrencies are positioning themselves in very different ways to meet the demands of the future. So which of these crypto assets are you currently buying, and are you going to be trading these into the future? If you want to learn more about how I'm trading these cryptocurrency assets and how I made over $200,000 in just 1 week trading crypto coins, click the links down below and join us in VIP. Many of my students in the last bull run made thousands of dollars. We even had one student become a crypto millionaire in 6 months. And in my course, my strategies have been battle tested and proven, and you can get a massive discount by simply clicking the link down below in the description if you are a YouTube subscriber. So make sure to smash up the like button, click the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in our next videos. Stay tuned.